All right, so we're gonna try something new. This is a new segment. I'm in the Dan chair. This is crazy. This is a new segment called the Pitch Clock. We're gonna have a couple things coming at you guys during this baseball-oriented. First, a game between me, Chris Cote, and Mike Ryan, headed up by Taylor.
A three-way.
Then an interview with David Samson, and we'll be going back and forth between these two things.
Wow, we're covering baseball now.
Yeah, we're covering baseball.
How about us?
Basketball and hockey have ended.
My brand of covering baseball is about 3 decades old at this point,
Yeah.
but surprisingly, I am like reigning catbird. Like I am like clubhouse leader when it comes to this stuff, and a dude that Jen will readily admit he's not the sharpest with the modern game.
Well, the good news is this game that we're playing is a bit more nostalgic. This is going to be a throwback. Taylor, why don't you explain to us what it is that we're doing here today?
Yep, the game is going to be 3 strikes. So it's 3 strikes and you're out.
Ooh.
In front of you, you have a list of Cy Young winners.
Can I flip
from
these over?
2000. Yep.
Flip it over.
You have
This
a
is
list
an empty
in
paper.
front of you.
It's an empty
He
piece
said
of
that there
paper.
were a few deep sheets.
Yeah.
Here we go.
In front of you, it's a list of Cy Young winners from 2000 to 2010.
Okay.
You have to say the team and the year that you're guessing.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, good. Okay.
Oh.
We'll
I
start.
love this.
Oh, okay.
We'll start Jeremy, Mike, Chris.
Oh, okay, that's unfair.
Okay. 2000 Boston Red Sox, Pedro Martinez.
Correct.
I will go 2010 Seattle Mariners, King Felix.
Correct.
I'm gonna go Roy Halladay 03 with the Blue Jays.
Correct.
Wow, good one.
No strikes yet.
These Diamondback. Ooh, you know what? 2006 Diamondbacks, Brandon Webb.
Yep. Wow. Good pull.
Jesus. Thank God you got that one because I would not have gotten that one.
Oh. Okay. I'm gonna go 2009 Giants, Tim Lincecum.
Yes.
Yeah, bingo, baby.
I'm gonna go Johan Santana, Twins 04. Is that right?
That's right.
Yeah, right. Okay.
And now our interview portion of the Pitch Clock. We welcome in our resident baseball analyst here at Meadowlark Media, David Samson. David, thank you for taking some time to join us on the very first episode of the Pitch Clock. Excited to chat with you here.
I love it. New shows. Way to go, Jeremy.
Thank you very much. Well, let's get things started here with the, best player maybe in the history of baseball, certainly the best hitter right now in Shohei Ohtani. Shohei Ohtani off to a career best start this season as a hitter since he moved into the leadoff spot. He's hitting over 400 as a batting average, which is completely insane. After a game on Tuesday, he said, as a hitter, I've been getting better and better overall, and I think I've been growing as a hitter. So, David, what are your thoughts as you watch him in year one with the Dodgers just as a hitter and not pitching?
Well, first of all, I'm super excited that he is going to play in October. That is something that baseball has been missing since his career started. He will get playoff at-bats for the first time. Second of all, there's a great debate. Is it possible for somebody to be a top of the rotation starter and a middle of the order bat, though now he's top of the order, but only while Mookie is hurt? And the answer is, I didn't think it was possible, yet Shohei has done it. But isn't it interesting that we're now seeing what it's like when he's not focused on pitching, though he's rehabbing, he's really focused on just hitting. And you can ask any major league player, it's really hard to hit and it's really hard to pitch. The thought of doing both is incomprehensible to me. And so what fascinates me is what the Dodgers do going forward. Should he be able to recover from Tommy John, a second one, which he didn't call Tommy John, which of course it was Tommy John. And so you have to think about, from a Dodgers standpoint, they need pitching. There's no question. They signed him as though he'll be doing both, no question. But they're also getting a glimpse of what it's like when he just focuses on hitting. So this is going to be a story that we'll get to watch, not just today, but for months to come.
2002 Oakland A's, Barry Zito.
That's right.
Man, that was
I was
tricky.
like Tim.
so
I was like, is
scared.
it Tim
Big three arrows.
And
Hudson?
Mulder.
Yeah, it made me nervous.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 2000. This one's tricky. I'm gonna go with.
Make me nervous.
I'm gonna go with 2000 Arizona Diamondbacks. I'm gonna go with Randy Johnson.
It is Randy
Oh,
Johnson
it
in
is.
2000.
Those were scaring all of us. We're all looking
boy,
at those. Like,
yeah.
it's so obvious.
There's
that
3
it-
straight for those, because obviously you guys don't have the paper here. There's 3 straight years it's a Diamondback, and I just cannot believe it's Randy Johnson in all of them. So I'm trying to read Taylor's
Trying to read
face right
Taylor.
now.
I was trying to guess which one was
Yeah.
one
It's
guy
my
or the
turn?
other guy.
Yep.
I'm going to go Chris Carpenter, 05 Cardinals.
Oh,
Wow.
good
Yeah.
one.
It should have been
Chris
Dontrell's
Carpenter.
year.
Oh, that just reminded me here. That first of all, that should have been Dontrell's year. 2007 Padres, Jake Peavy.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't plan for if everybody gets this right.
Yeah, you're gonna need a tiebreaker.
I'm running out of steam
yeah,
here.
I'm starting to look around at these logos and get a little bit nervous.
I'm gonna.
I got a couple more.
Yeah, I'm pretty nervous. I'm gonna go 2003 LA Dodgers Eric Gagne.
From the bullpen.
Wow,
wow,
good
good
pull.
call.
I was looking there and I was like, which starter did they have?
This is already the best I've ever done in any Taylor trivia, so I'm like feeling
This is
great
fun.
right now. I'm gonna go with Zach Greinke, 09.
Oh, good one.
Royals.
2009 is checked off now.
Man, I want no part of 08.
2001 Yankees, Roger Clemens.
That's correct.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go with 2002. I'm gonna go with 2002. No, I'm not. I'm going 2004. I'm gonna go 2004 Houston Astros. Is this Roy Oswalt?
It's not right. That's the first strike on the board.
So excited. You're excited. So that one's still alive.
That is on the board.
No, well, don't,
alive.
he can't say who it was. You were trying to
Wow.
trade him.
David, with just a couple of weeks to go until the MLB trade deadline, or I guess almost a month to go until the MLB trade deadline, there are only 5 teams in the National League right now above 500. So if you were sitting in a front office, you're looking at the position that you're in the National League. How do you think that front offices are evaluating whether to be buyers or sellers with their team around contention?
Well, it's supposed to be the hardest question you ask yourself in the front office. Do we buy or do we sell? I always wanted to buy, and our owner did too. So we would always trade young players who ended up being good for players sometimes would help us get a ring and most times would not help us at all. But at least you're trying because you don't want to throw away a season. Here's what front offices are not doing. They're not looking at the standings and saying, well, we're below 500. What a terrible season we're having. This is a nightmare. But we're 2 games out of the playoff spot. That but is everything. And while it is a run to mediocrity in the National League, there's no question about it. It is a parity man's dream. However, what that means is the market of buyers and sellers is not even, and it's not even in a way that we didn't contemplate when the wild card got both it started and when it got expanded. We didn't realize, and this is not me saying that Scott Boras was right, that owners now are okay with being mediocre because they're in the playoff hunt. You don't want to be one of 8 teams within 3 games. You want an 8-game lead in your division. You want to win your division and then get a ring. So no owner is going to look at this season and say, look, I don't have to sign anybody. I can just be okay and be in the race. But when you're looking at your team, you have to decide what you need to add. And are you willing to sacrifice what could be, quote unquote, the future for the now? And that's an equation I always love talking about because the future is never guaranteed. We had great teams. We thought we did in 04, 05. Certainly when we had Stanton, Yelich, Ozuna, JT. And it turns out we never made it to October with those teams. So like Arizona last year, we're early. We're good early. No, you're good right now when you're supposed to be good because you are good. So it's a big time consequentialist game that we all play. And the result is that there are teams in it and they should be buying because you're always one good hot streak away from solidifying your playoff position.
I'm going to go... Is he still playing this late? I'm going to go Roy Halladay, 2010 Phillies.
It is Roy Halladay.
Wow, it is. These 2007 and 8 Cleveland ones are making me nervous. The 2005 Angels, it's one of 2 pitchers. And there's one that's a very famous pitcher that we've enjoyed watching trot around the field.
I like this. You're helping me here.
And
What are you
there's
about?
another who wore goggles, and I just can't remember which one it was. I'm going to go 2005 Angels, Bartolo Colon.
That is correct.
It wasn't Kelvin Escobar.
I thought it was John Lackey.
I'm going to go 2008 Cleveland team. You're trying to trick me with this old, like,
Yeah, the old
shame
logo.
on you. You should go to HR for this logo. I'm going to go Cliff Lee.
It is Cliff Lee.
It is Cliff
Wow.
Lee.
Dude, I'm
Well
glad Mike
done.
did that.
And this was 08 you have?
Oh, wait.
08.
He didn't win back-to-back, did he?
Oh, boy.
Reading Taylor's face, no?
It's a historically accurate logo.
I know. All right, hold on a second.
Look at him. He looks happy. He
It's
doesn't seem to mind.
It's gonna come down to us on these Diamondbacks ones. That's
I'm
gonna
going to
end up
go with
happening.
Johan Santana again in 06.
Correct.
Well done.
Two-timer.
I was like,
Oh,
who
who
else could it
else?
be?
Yeah.
Joe Nathan?
Right.
So that said, what I can't remember is
We're all terrified of these Diamondbacks in the early 2000s.
Did Tim Lincecum win back-to-back Cy Youngs?
Jack.
And I could have been.
They had a
I
good
don't
staff,
think
man.
Bumgarner ever won one. I don't think this is Matt Cain.
That's my whole thing. Is it Matt Cain?
2001 Diamondbacks Kurt Schilling.
That's a strike.
Yeah. 2001. Arizona Diamondbacks. Randy Johnson. Yes.
God! What a nightmare!
That is correct. That's a problem with a lot of these. You 50-50.
No!
This one just popped in my head. Eric Berdard, 04 Astros.
Did he play for the Astros?
So
did.
that's a second strike.
Didn't he?
He was an
That's
Oriole.
Chris's
He was an
first
Oriole
strike.
for a
That's
while.
my first strike.
Yep.
Oh, that's a first
Everybody's-
strike.
Everybody's at one strike.
Oh
right now.
boy. We talk about teams in the National League who could find their way to the postseason. The Chicago Cubs are one that kind of stands out to me where you look at their investment in Craig Counsell, you look at a team that's just a few games out of that final wild card spot, and that's with 17 blown saves. So I look at one of the teams that's going to be a seller in the Oakland A's, and they have an electric closer in Mason Miller. He's a guy with just a 2.14 ERA. He's been great despite the fact that they haven't won very many games in Oakland. He's under control for 5 more years as a team. So what would his worth be like in a trade market that we've just spoken about earlier in this episode?
This is why I'm not so sure that Mason Miller gets traded, because I think there's going to be a real difference of value opinion between acquiring teams and the A's. The A's do believe they've got what is the greatest asset you can have, a performing player making the minimum with the maximum, basically the maximum number of years of control prior to free agency. Bullpens are interesting. You don't build your bullpen during the offseason. You don't build it in spring training. You build it during the course of the season because you want arms who are hot during a particular year, because that's generally, without talking about Mariano Rivera and Josh Hader and a few others, bullpen arms come and go and they blow out, and you are really looking for who's good now. But the thing is, the A's are trying to get players back in a trade as though he's not just good now, Mason Miller, but that he's going to be this way for 5 years. And I don't know much, but what I do know is that Mason Miller will not be this good for 5 straight years. And if the A's believe that he is worthy of that sort of return, then I don't know that he will get traded. Someone's going to have to blink and overpay, because that's how the trade deadline works. But it's Oakland, it seems, is not looking for just an overpay. They're looking for a crushing. And generally, when you go into the trade market and you expect to crush a trade, you end up not doing a trade.
If it wasn't Roy Oswalt,
I
who was on that staff, I know there were other stars, but none of them come to mind right now. And it could have been.
I thought I nailed it. He
could have
was
been.
on the Astros in 13.
Could that have been? Oh no. Did Randy Johnson? This is tough. 2007. No.
is this dude?
2008 Giants. Tim Lincecum.
Correct.
Back-to-back,
A
Jack.
freak. I'm gonna go with 02 Diamondbacks Kurt Schilling.
Second strike.
Whoa, for real? Randy Johnson went.
Randy Johnson. I'll go Randy Johnson.
Wow.
The
Wow.
three-peat.
That's
I'm going third, helping me.
okay.
Okay, so now.
Wow, man, that sucks.
Wow. So okay. So we only have at this point
was
there
pretty
are.
good.
I think
If
I
I have
know.
it right, there are 2 open slots. It's the 2004 Astros and it's the 2007 Cleveland team.
I got to guess
Correct.
for one.
Astros.
Good battle, Johns.
Yeah, this is
We
fun.
had this is great. 2004 Astros.
First time I feel
has-
competent in a trivia game.
They had Roy Oswald, and I'm trying to remember who the other is.
Chris,
Is
you're a
it
junior.
possible?
You're
Are
a
the
junior.
is
The
the
Marlins just won the
2004
World Series.
Astros Roger Clemens?
Is that your
That's
final
the guess.
It is Roger.
Yes.
Wow, that is a.
As soon as
Come
you
on!
said it, I was like,
Come
that's
on!
exactly right.
That's a clincher. 2007. Since I'm losing anyways, I have a feeling it's Cliff Lee, but I'm gonna guess Jake Westbrook.
It's not Jake Westbrook.
All
That's
right.
a
I think I know who it is. But Mike's out.
Yeah.
That was 3.
I'll go CC
Yeah.
Sabathia.
It was.
That was my other guess. Yeah. All right. So
Yeah,
what?
I was
who
between
won?
that and Cliff Lee.
So who won here?
Good game,
I think
guy.
I have one strike.
I have 1 strike also.
I have. Let me
one
count my
strike off.
points.
It's a 1 strike off. So what do we do?
Well, I got a train to catch. You guys figure it out.
Do you want to
battle,
just
though.
I'll look for a
increase?
tie.
I have
That's
9.
fine.
Does
No,
he
no,
have-
you just
you-
go to
so you have
the
9
the
points?
next year. Tell us the
Did
2
you get
teams.
9 right?
Good battle, boys.
I think so. Very good battle.
I
Night.
got 9 right.
Yep. I'll look for a tiebreaker.
Okay.
Everyone listening along, we are going to go ahead and write down from 2011 to 2013 so that we can
3 more
have
years
a tiebreaker.
ratting.
3 more years.
And we're moving further away from Chris's wheelhouse.
Yes, we are.
Yes.
And mine
you're right.
too, honestly. There comes a point where.
I feel like we're in your wheelhouse.
It's Dodgers, Mets, Dodgers
Whoa. Dodgers, Mets.
in that order, 11, 12,
Dodgers.
13.
Mets, Dodgers.
Okay.
And then in the AL, it's Tigers,
Whoa.
Rays,
Whoa.
Tigers. So kind of symmetry there.
Oh, this is easy.
Okay. All right.
Let my boy cook. And
So
by
who
my
wants
boy, I
who
mean
wants
me.
to go first? Should I go first again?
Who was? Where were we in the game? I think I had just
You
gone.
finished,
Yeah,
so,
so
all
Jeremy's
right.
turn.
Is this sudden death?
I mean, so it feels. I mean, how about this?
We both have 1 strike.
Do
Why don't
we
we
wanna
play
go-
the 3 strikes out?
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So Dodgers 2011 Clayton Kershaw.
That's correct.
13 Tigers, Verlander.
That's a strike.
13 Tigers. David Price.
13 Tigers, David Price.
Yeah.
That's a strike.
Damn.
So we both have 2 strikes. Thank God. Hold on. Let me hold the phone here for a second.
No.
Who the fuck?
Who was it? I
Hold
know
on.
there's someone I'm missing that's obvious.
This guy didn't win the Cy Young, did he?
11.
I can't believe I'm gonna guess this. Wait, hold on. 2012.
Are we having the same thought on 2012? We might be.
David Wright's the 3rd baseman. Who's your ace?
God, it's
Johan Santana, 12. Mets.
That's your 3rd strike.
Fuck me up. What a dumb guess.
This is for the win now.
Johan won it in
Okay,
06.
Jeremy
so
needs
I
redemption.
have. All right, so I have
If he
a.
misses this, we're in sudden death.
Yeah.
I have. Oh man. Okay. Well, no.
thought
This
this
is
was easy
All
when I
right.
wrote
So
these
I
down.
have guesses for all of them, but I'm just gonna go 13 Dodgers, Clayton Kershaw.
That's the
Yeah. That's the winner. Thank you.
was
Very
so
good
easy.
game.
That was so
Congratulations.
easy.
Can I guess the rest of
Scott
them for fun?
Kazmir, Rays.
No, it's David Price for the
David
Rays.
Price,
It's
Rays.
David Price for the Rays. It's R.A. Dickey for the Mets.
All right, Dick.
I was gonna guess it, but I was nervous about it.
This guy's just dunking.
I
on
was
me right
nervous
now. Like,
about
we
it.
got it. You won.
All right.
Then it was Verlander, Scherzer.
It was Verlander Scherzer.
Sure.
All right. Well, good game. That was fun.
I'll fist you.
Shout out the pitch clock.
I'll fist you.